While the Biden administration is attempting to appear as if it is getting tough on our southern border, behind the scenes, it's operating a program of mass amnesty for migrants. In fact, data shows that since 2022, more than 350,000 asylum cases filed by migrants have been closed by the U.S. government if the applicants don't have a criminal record. Joining me now on the left, Democratic strategist and former candidate for the Memphis City Council, Theron Bond, and on the right, Republican strategist Malik Abdul. Welcome into you both.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you know, people are wondering how that can be possible. If you are here and you have a claim and the government just says, well, we're going to close it, but we're not deporting you. You're just lingering here. How do they make a living, Malik? How are they supposed to get by? I mean, I would think, is this part of why we're seeing more crime, because people are desperate under this closed asylum cases?
I honestly think this is a part of a Hail Mary from the Biden administration. Remember, a number of things that Donald Trump did when he was in office, Biden, through executive order, stopped a number of those. If you listen to the Wall Street Journal, this proposal that Biden is doing around immigration, this executive order, first of all, it is eerily similar to the very same policy that Donald Trump tried to implement, and a federal court actually blocked that. So there are questions about whether or not there are even enough people to deal with this, but the 2,500 threshold, that will continue to be a problem for Republicans, because I don't know how you shut the border down if after the 2,500 person, I don't know actually how that works, and that's why I think that this is a bad deal. Yeah.
It's not like a club where you have the counters there. We all remember our concert. Theron, what do you make of all the points Malik just laid out? Do you agree with any of them?
I actually do agree with them. I think it is eerily familiar to what former President Donald Trump did while he was in office, because now President Biden is going to use, or potentially use, the same section of the act in order to exercise border control. And so what it appears to be is that he is yet now pandering to an entirely different group of voters than he was before. It does look like a last-ditch effort by President Biden, and now we really don't know who he's appealing to overall. He's really showing his true centrist values when he's talking about this potential executive order that he's going to enact.
Sounds like a campaign and a re-election that is in trouble, perhaps. You know, Donald Trump was convicted. He will be sentenced on July 11th. We talked earlier about Dershowitz saying it will be a suspended sentence. But here's the legal minds and the prowess over at The View. Sunny Hostin, this is what information she says she has received. Let's play this clip for you both.
I spent this morning speaking to someone from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. They're called street fighters. He believes that they will recommend a 1-year term in prison. And that is because when you spend a year in prison in New York or under, you serve in Rikers Island.
Trump going to Rikers. Theron, I'll let you get that first. I mean, this is just The View kind of, you know, having some fun with this.
It can be easily stated as privilege does not get a pass. It should not get a pass. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what office you've been elected to ever in life. You should not get a pass if you've been convicted of the charges that former President Donald Trump has been convicted of. 34 of those, to be exact. It would be interesting to see his mugshot and his picture, you know, hanging out in Rikers Island. I mean, Black people across this country have been incarcerated for less.
It'd be interesting. I mean, the first mugshot raised a lot of money. We're getting some really big figures in for now, but it will be appealed. Malik, 30 seconds to you to respond, please.
The idea that Donald Trump or anyone should go to jail because of a document filing where he didn't note it correctly, and he was actually convicted for something, he didn't have to prove the felony at all. And the fact that anyone should go to jail for a felony that didn't even have to be proven in court is ridiculous. But this is Sunny Hostin. She's part of the left, and this is.
I wish we had more time. Hillary Clinton was fined for the Steele dossier. Did not get any criminal charges here. So, and the FEC passed on this case. But I'd love to have you both back. We'll be covering this, we know, day in and day out. Malik Abdul, Theron Bond, thank you both. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I'm going to hit a quick break. We'll be back with more Newswire next.